Hi guys, welcome to TechBased. In this video, we're going to talk about the latest Windows 11 Insider preview build for the dev channel, another preview build for the version 26H2, which will be an enablement package later this year, most likely in September or October. In this video, we're talking about the build 26300.8085. In this video, as always, I'm going to show you what is new, what has changed, and what is fixed in this latest build for the dev channel. If you enjoy videos like these, please don't forget to leave a like below and also subscribe to the TechBased channel with the notification bell activated so that you won't miss any future uploads like this one. So let's begin with the video. First of all, Microsoft is starting to roll out the pointer indicator yet again in the dev channel, and this is basically an accessibility setting for low vision Windows users. To access this, we have to go into settings, then to accessibility, mouse pointer and touch, and here you're going to have the pointer indicator setting, add crosshair effect to better locate mouse pointer, keyboard shortcut Windows Control plus Shift plus X. You can turn this on, you can change its color if you want. For example, we can put this color and this will remain enabled even when we close out the settings app. So I think this is actually pretty cool. As I've said, this is a feature for low vision users, so if you need this feature, make sure to enable it by going into this location inside the settings app. There's also a change related to Windows Magnifier. Microsoft is stating that Windows Magnifier can now magnify protected content. This is also something pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what is the protected content necessarily, but this is also a pretty interesting change. Also, as discovered by Phantom of Earth on Twitter or X.com, the printers and scanner settings page in Windows 11 will soon be updated to show little shield icons next to the names of the printers that support Windows protected print mode. And as part of the new announcements that Microsoft made on Friday, they're also updating the feedback hub with a new refreshed and modernized experience. You can access this, of course, if you are on an insider channel, and then go to the Microsoft Store, then into the download section, and make sure you click on check for updates to receive all the latest updates for all the apps inside the operating system. Now let's open up the feedback hub and see how it is looking. We're going to open it up. As you can see, it has a new loading interface, which is looking pretty good, and this is the new feedback hub interface. So the things that were changed in this app, first of all, we have a simpler feedback submission flow and also simpler navigation with this bar in the left side. If you want to leave a feedback, just click on make a suggestion and you're going to be redirected here, and you can quickly add a feedback, of course, with the necessary information such as screenshots or even screen recordings. There's also a new complement feedback type, and you can call out what's working well in this. This is actually pretty good, and you can also change your feedback to be public or private. The app also has a new focused feedback experience, for example, a new smaller feedback surface that makes it easier to provide quick and in-the-moment feedback. And also Microsoft has improved the screenshot capture and review tooling. For example, if I'm going to click on capture screenshot, you're going to see that we have different options to capture a screenshot. We can click on OK, and then we can easily add our screenshot to the feedback that we're sending to Microsoft. I think this is great because with this app, we're going to be able to leave a lot of feedback, and Microsoft is promising that they will listen to the feedback even more in the coming months when they are trying to make all the changes that I've talked about in the previous video. There are also some fixes and improvements in this build. For example, related to network and sharing, Microsoft fixed an issue where the network and sharing center could incorrectly display two active Wi-Fi connections after switching from one Wi-Fi network to another. The network and sharing center now correctly reflects a single Wi-Fi connection when you connect to a new network. And related to input, Microsoft also improved the Explorer.exe reliability when closing the input flyout, and they also improved the reliability of configuring fluid dictation option in voice typing Windows key plus H settings. These are basically all the latest changes and fixes that were added inside the latest dev channel build. It is a smaller build, but of course it's because Microsoft has focused on releasing a press release to address all the latest issues and to announce that they are now trying their best to improve Windows 11 based off of feedback. So of course, if you want to check out more information about this build, you can check out the article below in the video's description or the official Microsoft blog post. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like below and also subscribe to the TechBased channel with the notification bell activated so that you won't miss any future uploads like this one. I was Emmanuel from TechBased. Until next time, have a nice day.